Good afternoon. We will now start. First of all, I'd like to welcome everybody to this pep talk this afternoon. Please mute yourself, but always show your video picture. Sign in your name, your Facebook account, or email address in the chat box. Please include the names of companions attending with you. Use the chat box to ask questions and make comments while the pep talk is on. There will be group pictures at the start and end of the pep talk, so please show your face in the video. Reminder, after the pep talk, please take the online learning evaluation test exercise for mastery of learning and have a perfect score to get a certificate like this. The link has been placed in the chat box. Another reminder, obtaining 25 OLETE certificates will entitle one mentee to a free voucher for a ROJoson medical consultation, either face-to-face or telemedical. Another request, please type in your feedback in the chat box during the open forum and before we adjourn. Thank you. Let's now have a group picture taking before we start the pep talk proper in 2 minutes. I have a patient empowerment program in which I like to empower the lay people or patients to take control in the management of their health. I started the pep talk on May 15, 2021 during the COVID-19 pandemic. There are 3 courses in the pep talk. I completed the 4th course on October 9, 2021. From October 23, 2021 onwards, I've been tackling health disorder and health issue courses. May 18, 2024 marks the start of year 4 of ROJoson PEP Talk. How long the pep talk will last will depend on our enthusiasm, discipline, and perseverance. My pep talk today is entitled PWD Card for Cancer Patients Less Than 60 Years Old. The empowerment objective is for the lay people to have an essential understanding on the right and benefits of cancer patients less than 60 years old to have a PWD card for their continuing medical expense. Contents will be the following. What is a PWD card? A PWD card for cancer patients. What is the legal basis for PWD card for cancer patients? What are the benefits of a PWD card for cancer patients? Are cancer patients less than 60 years old entitled to a PWD card and its accompanying benefits? How to get a PWD card as a cancer patient? What are ROJoson's special advice on PWD cards for cancer patients less than 60 years old? What are ROJoson's practices on PWD card for cancer patients? And lastly, what are the ROJoson's advice to medical students who will one day be physicians, to physicians, and to staff of healthcare facilities? Disclaimer, the ROJoson Pep Talk will contain the thoughts, perceptions, opinions, and recommendations of ROJoson culled from his personal experiences as well as from writings of other health professionals. What is a PWD card? A PWD card is an identification card of a person with disability, PWD, in the Philippines, serving as proof and right to avail of benefits and privileges granted by law. What is a PWD card for cancer patients? A PWD card for cancer patients is an identification card of a person with disability in the Philippines issued to patients with cancer, serving as a proof and right to avail of benefits and privileges granted by law. So here shows the type of disability, cancer, Republic Act 11215. What is the legal basis for PWD card for cancer patients? As mentioned, the Republic Act 11215, otherwise known as the National Integrated Cancer Control Act, okay, in which cancer patients or persons living with cancer and cancer survivors are granted a number of benefits, assistance, and privileges, just like any persons with disability aside from cancer. What are the benefits of a PWD card for cancer patients? The same as those for PWDs without a cancer, the same as those for senior citizens. 20% discount on sale of goods and services, such as medicine, diagnostic tests, medical procedures, medical consultations, hospitalizations, etc. So one does not need to be a 60 years old or be a senior citizen to avail of a 20% discount. PWD card, that's why we have this such a thing as PWD card for cancer patients less than 60 years old. Are cancer patients less than 60 years old entitled to a PWD card and its accompanying benefits? Yes, I'm going to repeat this for emphasis. Yes, yes, yes. One does not need to be 60 years old or be a senior citizen to avail of the 20% discount. So if you are a cancer patient less than 60 years old, you're entitled to a PWD card. The other right and benefits of a PWD card for a cancer patient that a PWD card for a cancer patients can get is the PhilHealth coverage. The legal basis for this is that the patient as PWD is entitled to a mandatory PhilHealth coverage under Republic Act number 11228. So if the patient is less than 60 years old with no PhilHealth coverage, she can have a mandatory PhilHealth coverage through RA 11228. How to get a PWD card as a cancer patient less than 60 years old? There must be a diagnosis of cancer certified by a physician. After that, go to the Department of Social Welfare and Development, DSWD, in your municipality. Be sure to be ready to present ID pictures, usually two, identification card, and also the medical certificate. From personal experience, one can get the PWD card within the day of application. Madali lang. There is no need to get a PWD card for a cancer disability if you are already 60 years and above. Just avail of the 20% discount and other benefits of a senior citizen. As I said, the benefits of a senior citizen and PWD for cancers are the same. So samples of PWD card for cancer patients less than 60 years old, whom I have helped to get this card. City of Manila, cancer RA 11215, the type of disability. Okay. City of Butuan, Calatagan. Okay. No, this PWD card is valid anywhere in the country. So what are ROJoson special advice on PWD cards for cancer patients less than 60 years old? Every person less than 60 years old should take note of this right and benefits of PWD card once they are diagnosed to have a cancer. Know this right and benefits of PWD card for cancer patients less than 60 years old so that you can advise your relatives and friends. So everybody has to know this. Do not rely on physicians reminding you or helping you on this right and benefits of a PWD card for cancer patients less than 60 years old. They usually are not mindful of this. As a cancer patient less than 60 years old, or as a relative of a cancer patient less than 60 years old, tell your physician of your right and benefits and ask him to help you right away with a medical certificate to present to the SWD. If you are eligible for a PWD card for a cancer diagnosis, secure your card as soon as possible. You can get it, as I said, you can get it within the day of application and use it already to avail of the 20% discount for any medicine that you have to buy or for any tests and procedures that your physician will request. What are ROJoson's practices? Patient-centered care management, ROJoson ways of medical management for cancer patients less than 60 years old. Whenever I suspect cancer in a patient, I document it right away with a biopsy. Sometimes strong clinical suspicion is enough based on physical examination findings and diagnostic tests. Then I write right away a medical certificate for a PWD issuance purpose. I would ask the patient to get the PWD certificate first so that he can use the card with 20% discount ready for other tests and treatment that may be needed. Here is my template of a medical certificate. To whom it may concern, this is to certify that Ms. So-and-so is under my medical supervision. She has a breast cancer. I indicate the basis for my diagnosis. As a breast cancer patient, she is entitled to have a PWD certificate under Republic Act number 11215. And as a PWD, she is entitled to a mandatory PhilHealth coverage, Republic Act number 11228. What are ROJoson's advice to medical students who will one day be physicians, and staff of a healthcare facilities? My advice is please know the current right and benefits of patients less than 60 years old with cancer on PWD card. Help them get a PWD card as soon as there is a diagnosis of cancer so that they can avail of their benefits of 20% discount on their next disbursement of medical expense. We all know that management of cancer patients entail a lot of expenses and high cost at that. So for compassion's sake, please help them get a PWD card. And my special appeal to the owners and staff of healthcare facilities is to recognize this right of the PWD card less than 60 years old and inform them and help them get a PWD card. Summary and takeaway, I have discussed all of these items. I won't repeat them anymore. All cancer patients less than 60 years old are entitled to have a PWD card under RA 11215. Once diagnosed to have a cancer, a patient less than 60 years old should go to the DSWD and apply for a PWD card. Get a medical certificate from your physicians attesting to your being a cancer patient. Before you do further treatment, get a PWD card as soon as possible and avail of the 20% discount on your subsequent test and treatment. Takeaway in relation to patient empowerment, be always in touch with reliable medical information on the right and benefits of cancer patients less than 60 years old to have a PWD card for their continuing medical expense. Knowledge is power. It gives power. Use the 4Ks of patient empowerment, kaalaman, kakayanan, karapatan, and kapangyarihan to gain greater control over decisions and make better decisions on the right and benefits of a PWD card for cancer patients less than 60 years old. So with that, I end my pep talk today. PWD card for cancer patients less than 60 years old. I hope I have empowered the lay people to have an essential understanding on the right and benefits of cancer patients less than 60 years old to have a PWD card for their continuing medical expense. Before we go to the question and answer portion, reminder, please take the online learning cum evaluation test exercise for mastery of learning and have a perfect score to get a certificate like this one. We have placed the link in the chat box. Another reminder, obtaining 25 OLETE certificates will entitle one mentee to a free voucher for a ROJoson medical consultation. Another request, please type in your feedback in the chat box during the open forum and before we adjourn. Thank you. Let's now have a group picture taking before we start the QA and interactions. Please turn on your video, show your face.